So if I enhance my photos with AI, is it still photography? Well, that is an interesting question. So I thought today we'd sit back together, have a cup of coffee, and kind of talk a little bit about what your thoughts are here. And of course, I would love to hear what your thoughts are about the usage of AI in photography. Is it still truly photography at that point? That's a real good question, and a heated one at that. All right, so I do use AI in some fashions, all right? Now, you guys all know I do a lot of stock photography. So I'm constantly on the look for new images. Now, one of the places where I have used it is with sky replacement. Now, you got to understand something here. In that photograph, the foreground and what sky I'm replacing with, both of those are my images. All right, so I've taken both photos, the ground and the sky. It's just that they weren't in the same image together. So I'll be honest with you guys, even when we go to that extent, even though I own both images, I took all the content, I'm going to call it digital art. Now, I've even had some comments that some of you have made that I didn't do anything, that the computer essentially did all the work for me. Well, I was the one who went out in the field. All right, I'm the one who captured the images. So yeah, the computer helped. What you got to remember is no matter what image you see published today, whether it be on TV, in print somewhere, it's been manipulated some way, somehow, by somebody. So very rarely are you going to have just a natural out of the camera image actually being utilized. So let's take a look here in Lightroom. Let me show you what I mean by all images are altered in some way. So if I go over here under the developer settings, I have the ability to manipulate all kinds of different aspects of this particular image. Now, some of these can only be performed in the digital world, whereas other ones, when we were working with traditional film, like changing colors, the hues, the tones, saturation, dodging burning. Now, those tools have all been migrated over into the digital darkroom, plus we have more. So again, whenever you see an image, there is some type of manipulation that has happened to that image that you may not be aware of. But that brings us back to the AI. How far can we actually go with it? So I have Photoshop up, the latest edition of Photoshop, and let me show you something that you can do here in Photoshop. So I'm going to just simply select some part of this image. And then in the generative fill, I'm going to type in, let's see, tiger walking towards you. And let's see what happens here. What does this AI do for us? Now, mind you guys, this image that you're looking at right now, this is an image that I took. But what's being used to fill in the AI is probably not an image I took. As a matter of fact, I know it isn't because I have never taken a picture of a tiger. So taking a look now, let's see what it came up with. And right there you can see it filled a tiger in. We also have our choice up here with some variations that we could look at. So let's just kind of play with them a little bit. And yeah, you guys could see it. We have a tiger that is walking towards us. Now, the thing with this is I'm kind of questioning the ethical or professional reasons for doing this. I mean, truth be told, guys, I don't have any images up for sale that takes advantage of this type of technology. I mean, yeah, it can definitely add some interest to your images if you can get it to look realistic. I mean, let's take a look at this, guys. That's not really looking realistic in here. So I think their AI didn't do quite a good of a job as what I would hope that it would do. So this is definitely not an image that I could sell. But nonetheless, legally, can we do it? Because there's parts of it coming from an AI that basically sampled from somebody else's image. And also, should you do it? All right, those are some questions coffee time. Those are some questions you should be asking yourselves. So let me show all of you where I do some AI work that I do upload to sell as stock. Now, I'm on imagine.art right now. As you guys can see over here, is that I'm kind of working on a little project here. Now, this allows me to put in prompts and lets the AI engine do the imagination and create the image. So let's give this one a try here. So I'm done with this one here. So we're going to have we'll do a tiger walking through Tory gates towards you. And let's see here what happens. I'm going to turn the aspect ratio over here. It's a little bit wider. Now I'm going to have her generate this one image here. She can kind of get an idea. This actually looks really good. Wow, that is really good. All right, anyhow, so what happens is you simply put in a prompt and it's going to create the image for you. So from this perspective, yes, I do actually sell images that were generated in this fashion, but I've also got some rules here. And, I sell these only up on Adobe stock. You have to mark this image as being created with an AI. And when you upload it, you'll have to check that little box. I also make sure I select illustration, not photo. Why? Because I don't consider this to be actual photography. I consider this to be more of a digital art because no part of this image is this photograph that I've taken. So it's not mine. So yes, I do use, I will upload AI generate content for sale, but I make sure it is properly labeled as being AI generative. It's not a photograph. It is merely at this point digital art, in my humble opinion. And there you have it, the argument. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on whether or not AI is considered photography or how much AI you can add in until it's no longer photography. Thank you for watching. Take care. See you next week.